So this is the presentation on AI tools and their role in or how they can be used in academia and research. The use of AI tools in academia and research, revolutionizing learning and innovation. Lot of things have happened. Till now, we were depending on Google a lot, but after ChatGPT came, our thought process, or we are finding Google as a solution for many of our information needs, in fact. And also, not only that, it also can help us in many things. Okay. So, what are the changes it has brought in? Introduction to AI in academia. First of all, it has brought in a transformational impact, huge impact. Actually, it is we can call it as a destructive technology. Whereas, see, earlier we used to have the CD rooms. From the CD rooms, we changed it to DVDs, and now from DVDs, it has changed it to the pen drives. Okay, and nowadays, even pen drives are also not required for people because we have enough of cloud storage where we can keep our files. Okay, so gradually that means a new technology actually distracts the earlier technology. Same is the case with mobile phone. How many people are having now land phones at home? Nobody is having it because everyone is having their own personal mobile phone. And very rarely we open our laptop to check our emails. Everything is available in our mobile. So it's a sort of destructive time. Gradually, things are changing, and the changes are very quick also. That is why it is called as it is having a transformational impact. AI revolutionizes knowledge discovery, sharing, and application in academia. Very easily, we can find out the knowledge, then it can be shared and it can be used in academic activities. Then automation and efficiency automates complex research processes and data analysis, increasing its efficiency. Very easy, it is very easy to analyze the data, or even we will see anyway, we are going to see it. Then comes data insights, offers deeper insights from large data sets, enhancing the quality and depth of research. Okay, so when we do research, we will be analyzing the data within our limits. Whereas here, this machine is doing the data analysis and it goes beyond our thought process, and we will get a lot of what is that insights from the data. So wonderful it is. It gives a lot of information. Then learning and education revolutionizes learning through personalized education tools and programs. There are several specialized GPTs for each and every. For example, if you want to learn a particular language, that is possible. If you want to learn a coding, that is possible. And there are GPTs, especially for certain purposes, like if you want to write a book, you have a GPT. So like that, specialized GPTs are there. Then research innovation. Okay, facilitates sophisticated simulations, which is not possible otherwise. Then predictive analytics. Analytics is giving usually generalizations, but here it is also possible to predict about what will happen in a future date. And then hypothesis testing. All these are possible. Then accessibility and democratization democratizes access to information, making advanced research tools available to a wider audience. In fact, even when the internet and its ubiquitous nature, it has reached everywhere. Its roots have reached everywhere. So actually, it is democratizing the what is that availability of such tools so that people can get educated very easily. So here, when the Google came, it allowed us to learn more. Now, with this, again, a democratization process in the teaching and learning is happening. Actually, it will percolate down to the masses, and then when accessibility is possible, actually, democratization of education will be the result of it. Then future prospects. It promises ongoing expansion of knowledge boundaries and learning methodologies. There are so many things coming up out of this because it is very quick. The human brain have limitation of a thought process, but based on our research and all, whereas this machine is going beyond that limit. Okay, that is the importance. Now, people say about a large language models. What is that? LLMs, large language models, because the name suggests that it is large in size. Because a lot of information is fed to that. Okay, and then it has another capacity. What is that? It can speak just like a human being. Not only speak just like a human being, it can also understand what we speak both ways. So it can communicate with a human being just in our natural language. And that processing is called a NLP, or natural language processing. This machine is actually adapted to natural language processing. It can understand what we say. It can speak to us in our own language. Okay, that's the wonder of this. For example, when a child is born, initially what it will do, it will learn how to speak from what his mother or father says. From the surroundings, it will start learning, but it may not be answering many of the things. It may not be. It knows whatever is around it. What it knows. Whereas what will happen is, later on when he starts educating himself by going to UKG, LKG, UKG, then primary schools, and then higher education like that, they gather information and also from the surroundings they imbibe a lot of knowledge, and later on they can speak themselves because already they have learned the language to speak out. So now you understood. Same is the case here. Initially itself, the machine is programmed to speak in your own language. Later on, data is added to this. Then it works. That's what it is happening. They are called large language models. They are models trained to predict text, enabling them to generate human-like language responses. For an example, if we say that early morning when I get up, I need dash. It can be a cup of tea, it can be a cup of coffee, it can be a cup of hot water or a beer. All those things are possible. So out of those items available, it will take something which is suitable for that particular occasion. Okay, that's what the predicting of the text. And then enabling human-like language, it is possible. So this is what is happening. It is just taking out a probable answer from the total answers available to it, because a lot of text from the internet has been fed into this facility, and then out of that it takes out the information and provides you. Then developed by training on vast amount of text data, then learning language patterns, structure and context. Like that it is trained. Then utilize advanced neural network architecture such as transformers to produce and generate language, capable of performing various language tasks, including writing, summarizing, translating, and more. We are going to see that. It can write, it can summarize, it can translate. All these things are possible. Then continuously evolving. This technology is continuously evolving. Don't think that it's a new thing. See, we heard about ChatGPT in the fag end of 2023. In fact, the concept of artificial intelligence thought actually was from 50 years back. Okay, so it's not nothing new. But here all of a sudden, uh, Elon Musk and their company OpenAI announced the revolutionary change, or the technology ChatGPT, or during the December. I think it was on 22nd of December, something like that. They announced it. All of a sudden, within 1 or 2 days itself, we could get around. 1 second. Within 1 or 2 days itself, the ChatGPT got billions of subscribers to that. Okay, so that within no time. The boom happened and many people adopted the chat GPT. So widely used in chatbots, and this can be converted into a chatbot also. For example, if I wanted to make my own chatbot, which will answer about me only, I can make it very easily. I can convert a chat GPT into Gopa bot. Okay, it will tell about me only. It is to be fed with my information. Then content creation, you can ask it to create a poem or an essay, all these things. Then customer service and research tools in academia, and have significantly advanced in the field of NLP, pushing the limits of what AI can achieve in understanding and generating human. So people thought a little bit about it, but because of this technology, all of a sudden a lot of things are happening in our in and around us. Okay, so that's it. Examples of LLMs including GPT R, GPT series by many are there. The latest one is GPT-4. Okay, we have free access to 3.5. Everyone can make an account in GPT 3.5. But there is a huge difference between GPT 3.5 and 4. I will tell you about that later on. Then there are BERT, Bard, T5, Ernie, Robert A, ExcelNet, and there are several things like, okay, there is something called a co-pilot, but they are adaptations. Co-pilot is there, then Google's Gemini is coming up. So like that, so many models have come out. Everyone, because see, when people jump on to ChatGPT for their information needs, naturally the importance of Google will come down. But they have other things, a lot of other things are there. Still they will lose their importance in the industry. So what they do, they also have started developing. Already they have their own artificial intelligence tools coming up. By the way, what is the full form of GPT? GPT is generative pre-trained transformer. Remember that. Generative, because it generates text, and then pre-trained, it is already trained because a lot of data is there, and it's a transformer. It can, the NLP works behind it. It transforms the data into natural language and it provides you. That's why it is called generative pre-trained transformer, Chat GPT. Okay, so proceeding. The importance of LLMs in research, generating literature reviews, automated summarization, identifying relevant literature, synthesizing insights across the field. See, basically, you will not understand the amount of text available on various topics. So much of text is available or literature is available in your area of research. What will happen is, if you don't conduct a comprehensive search for literature, you will never come to know about what is available, or whether somebody has already done the research that you are trying to do. So that sort of a duplication can happen because of the enormous amount of literature available around us. Okay. So a manual search may not provide you a comprehensive output, okay, of the literature available. It's not, may not, it will not, in a way. So whereas an automated system can to an extent provide you a comprehensive and also to be very related literature it can bring in. Okay, that is the important. That is why we can make use of LLMs for generating literature reviews. Not only that, you give a PDF file. On the other side, it will provide you the summary. If you ask it, it will paraphrase the content, it will summarize the content, it will provide a citation. Everything is possible. Identifying relevant and synthesizing insight across fields. Then it will combine data from various areas. Then hypothesis generation. This is very difficult in a way. Because see, after reading a lot of literature in your area of research, you do not know what sort of assumptions you have to have, because many things you have read, total confusion will be there. Once when you write something, no, you will feel, oh no, it should be the other way. So like that, a lot of confusion will arise at the time of hypothesis generation. And also you should know that hypothesis is to be generated prior to the research itself. No, it is not what is done after the research, because objectives and hypotheses in a research are actually the leading lights. Okay, leading lights in research. So you need to have it in the beginning of your research. So here this literature is being read by the LLMs or ChatGPT like AI tools, and then they will identify the patterns and trends in the data. So initially itself we can say, okay, likely there are chances like this, you can hypothesis this way. Then cross-disciplinary inspiration. It will not only check the data or literature of our own area, it will also cover something which is related to the nearby area, so that a cross-disciplinary inspiration it will provide and enhance it. It will surely enhance creativity. Then beyond literature reviews and hypothesis generation, it can also do certain other things like drafting a research proposal. Suppose, being a teacher, you may have to do a research later on. People will approach you. How can I go ahead with a research? Can you help me in drafting a proposal for doing a research? Easy it is. Data analysis and interpretation, language translation and multilingual research, tutorial and teaching assistance, and many more. If you do not know something, just ask it. It will tell you in, or you can ask step by step. You give me some learning on this particular aspect. It will give you, because it can talk to you. That is why you ask. This is what you have to do. Like that, you can continue asking it. Then comes something called a new skill that is required for the current century. So far, people used to say initially it was literacy only, means read, write, and do arithmetic. You are okay. But later on, when this sort of lot of technology came up, literacy alone was not enough. So there were the instances of having requirement of uh, information literacy, media literacy, like that. So many literacies, because abundance of various forms of information availability was there. So it created the requirement for literacy is like based on that. Media means, you see, we have around thousands of channels in our TV. We should know which one we should open up to understand what is happening around us. So that type of a literacy is required. Same is the case with identifying a periodical or a newspaper for getting some information. So that is called a literacy, media literacy. Here later on, we also had the requirement of information literacy also, because a person's ability to know when he needs information, where to get it, how to use it in an ethical, sorry, how to evaluate it and how to use it in an ethical manner. If these five facets or five capacities are there for a person, we can call him as an information literate person. So here, that also is now overtaken by another skill which is going to be essential in the forthcoming years. So, naturally, being teachers, you also have to adapt to this situation, and that skill is called prompt engineering. I will simply say that you should know how to talk to an AI tool. Okay, so if you give a wrong question, naturally you are going to get a wrong answer. So correct question you ask, you will get the correct answer. That simple it is. So here, prompt engineering is the practice of designing and refining specific text prompts to guide a transformer-based language model, such as large language models, in generating desired outputs. So you have to have the capacity to generate desired outputs. For that, it involves crafting clear and specific instructions and allowing the model sufficient time to process the information. So, sufficient time means you can repeatedly ask. That is the importance. It's not by one question and then you got an answer. You need not stop there. You need not stop there. You can even ask iterative process can be had. You can have iterative process of asking the questions one after the other, so that you get the correct answer from it. Okay. So that skill, that's what you essentially need. It is not that you know to use ChatGPT. That everyone knows. Google, everyone knows to use the search box, searching tool Google, but none of us are using it to the maximum potential usage. Actually, none of us are using it in the way we should have used it. We simply type something, and when we get an answer, we are happy, we drop it over there. But its advanced features are helping us a lot. How many of us keep alert on that so that something is published on a topic of our interest? Google can send an email to us saying that something is published. Such an alert is possible. How many of us are using it? So, like that, so much of capacity Google has, but we just use it on a superficial level only. So, here, uh, it's not that you know how to use ChatGPT, you also should know how to tame it. Tame means you have to have control the tool. Okay, that's it. Prompt engineering significance in AI interaction directly impacts the effectiveness, efficiency, and applicability of AI generated responses in academic and research. So it is not the machine that is giving you the correct answer. It is your question that is giving you the correct answer. So prompt engineering is responsible for the effectiveness or efficiency or applicability of an AI generated response. Naturally, your question, that's what it is. The technique includes specifying output format. You can ask, I need the answer in a PDF file. I need the answer in an Excel sheet. Or you can say, I need a tabulation. I need a bar graph. All these are possible. Then using instructive language and iterative refinement to improve the response quality. You can ask for instructive language. You do this, you avoid that, you do this. I will show you that. Okay, then iterative refinement. If the first in the first instance it was not giving a correct answer, you should understand what has gone wrong. Your question was wrong means you rewrite the question and again give it. Then again, multiple times that iterative treatment in your questioning will surely give you a correct answer. And when you are giving the correct answer and when you get satisfied with the correct answer, actually the machine is understanding that I could give a correct answer, and that process it will save. That type of instances it will save, and it improves the model quality, model utility, enhances the ability of AI models to assist with complex tasks from data analysis to content creation. Then facilitates customization, allows users to tailor AI responses for specific contexts, disciplines, or even research questions. You can initially should say that I am from economics and or I am from English literature and this is what I wanted to know. What Shakespeare has told about this particular thing. Like that, you can ask. First, initially itself, you act as an English teacher. Later on, you have to put the questions. So, initially itself, it will say, I'm an English teacher. I will answer like this only. Okay. Then, key to unlocking AI potential, mastery of prompt engineering. Prompt engineering can significantly augment the capabilities of AI tools, turning general purpose models into specialized assistants. Okay, so it will help you. Then emerging skill set recognized as a valuable competency in the field of that leverage AI with the implications for education, research, and beyond. So it's going to be supporting all sort of what is that work or implications for education, research, and beyond. Many things it is going to affect. Already it has affected. Basic principles of prompt engineering. When you think about the basic principle, how we should ask a question, the first thing is you have to be very specific. You cannot beat around the bush to ask a question for this. Then the more criteria you give, the more focused the output will be. Work in steps. Break the tasks into small chunks. This returns better results, just as it would with a human being. Okay, and iterate and improve, rework the inputs and have ChatGPT improve on its own output. So when you repeatedly ask and then improve the question, naturally the machine also is understanding, okay, went wrong there, so this should be so, like I already told it. Okay, these are some of the fundamentals. Then a good prompt depends on clear and concise language that is direct and unambiguous. Simple it is. So, as I told earlier, beating around the bush, avoid it. The persona that you assign to ChatGPT, I told already, you are an English teacher, or you can say you are a very good data analyst. Initially, you say. Then, when you ask a question, no, it will answer the questions based on that. Or you can say that you are a very good legal expert in Indian laws. I have certain questions about evidence law in India. All of a sudden, it will collect information from Indian law and then say in the words of an advocate or a judge. Okay, just like that, it will answer it. The information and examples that you provide, that is your input, information that can be referenced by ChatGPT in the previous chat history. Actually, you have to continue with the chat. And if you start a new chat, what will happen? It will ignore the earlier chat. But otherwise, if you continue that chat, no, it will remember the earlier chats, so that a continuity will be there. Okay, so a specific task that you are requesting ChatGPT to complete, that is your desired output. You have to within actually a correct thing you have to ask within that specific chat. Then refinement as needed once you receive your first response. That is reiteration until receiving the desired output. So repeat it. Great outputs depends on the data the model was trained on and its parameters. And finally, good prompting. Why I said that is, see, here there is a machine. If it has to work properly, there are three things. One is the capacity of the machine, the data it has been fed with. These two are there. Can we change these two things? We cannot. We cannot change the data it has, and we cannot change the parameters of that machine. One thing what we can do is we can have good prompts. When you have good prompts, it will, because the other things are not in our hand. So that the prompt should be good. There are types of prompts. Zero shot prompts means directly you are asking a question without telling anything. You are just, I want an answer for this particular thing. What do you mean by E is equal to MC squared? Simply ask. That's all. Directly you are asking. That is called a zero shot prompt. Next is one short prompt. Initially, you will say, I wanted to know about certain things about this ecology of this particular area in India. Then you can ask them. So initially, one prompt you are giving so that it accommodates or it adjusts itself to answer you. Okay, that is what one short prompt. Whereas few short prompt, you can give multiple ideas saying that I wanted to do this and that this area you can exclude. This is what I wanted. When you give, you have to be very specific on this aspect. So like that, if you give a lot of initial prompts and then you ask the question, you will get a better answer. Okay, few short prompts. Then one more thing is chain of thought. Chain of thought means you can have a brainstorming session with the AI tool. You can ask a question, then it will give an answer. Then you argue with saying that no, this is not the way. You should have done it. Given another, then it will say sorry, I took it, I mistook it. Maybe this is the correct answer. So like that, it will talk to you. That's called a chain of thought prompt. Then instructional prompts. According to theory, this is the best thing. You instruct it properly. This you have to do. They are explicitly direct AI models to perform specific tasks to produce outputs in a defined manner. That's what it is. Okay, I'm just jumping over because you can read it later on. Then best practices in prompt engineering. What are the best practices? Understand your model. Why? Because 3.5 has a different capacity, 4 has a different capacity. That is what is the model of AI that you are dealing with, you should be familiar with. So familiarize yourself with the AI model's strength, weakness, and types of task it can excel at. Then be specific and direct. Yeah, that already I told you. Use instructional prompts. That also I told. Leverage examples. So before asking a question, you can say if this in this case there was an answer like this, or this is the situation, something like that. You if you can give an example that will naturally inspire the machine. Okay, then iterative refinement. Continuously change the questions and then till you get the correct answer, you can ask the machine. Okay, then prompt for reasoning. That is always there. When it is giving an answer, it also can reason why the answer was given. Okay, enhancing the quality of so you will understand why it has answered like that. Then keep it structured. For tasks requiring structured outputs like lists and summaries, structure your prompt to indicate this format. You have to say, I need bulleted lists of these things, you can say a table of contents, sorry, tabular format, all these things you can say. Then experiment with the different approaches. So naturally, that is always good. Since you are dealing with a machine, you can have different approaches and you can experiment with it. That's how we use computers also, no? When you are learning a programming and all, you will experiment with that machine. Then evaluate the responses critically. That should be there. Whatever it gives, no, I'm happy. And don't feel shy that I don't want to ask again because it's not a human being, it's a machine. You can again and again, it won't get tired at all. You can ask question. Don't feel shy or shun away from asking a question. Then stay ethical. That everywhere because we are in academics, you stay ethical. Okay, don't use it for unethical practices. Okay, that's it. And finally, let us see how these tools work. So initially, what I will do is I will show you how ChatGPT 3.5 interacts with me, and later on I will show you 4 also how it will be working. Okay. So let us see. I'm just coming out of this and I will take you to ChatGPT 4. Sorry, 3.5. Okay, this is it. You can see this is the interface, and you can see here I have paid for it. That is why I'm getting GPT-4 also. Whereas if you have not paid, you will get only 3.5. There won't be a drop down arrow. A new chat you can start by clicking over here. New chat. Okay. And these you can even bring in new chat GPTs. These are some of the GPTs available. Some other people have created GPTs for various purposes. They are all listed here. You can see. Okay, they will come up for our what is that usage, and here are the archives of my earlier chats with the GPT. And then when I click here, I will get many things like what is my plan, how I have purchased it, my GPTs. I can also create a GPT. I told you already, I can create a GPT. Then there is an option called customized chat GPT. I can ask or I can train this initially by clicking over here. There are two options. So it is asking me, where are you based? Means my place. What do you do for your work? What is your what is the profession? Then what are your hobbies and interests? You can provide that. And what subjects can you talk about for hours? In which subject area you can talk for a long? Then what are some of the goals you have? So if you give this, ChatGPT understands that your questions also should be based on these things. Okay, and then how would you like ChatGPT to respond? How formal or casual should ChatGPT be? The answer when it is answering, no, whether it's a formal thing or a casual answer. Then how long or short should the responses generally be? You can say, make it more elaborate. Then, how you want to be addressed? You can say Mr. or Mrs. Something like that. You can give the name also. Okay, so that when it gives an answer, hey Gopakumar, this is like that it will say. Then should ChatGPT have opinions on topics or remain neutral? That is again a wonderful question. It will say whether I should remain neutral. It is always good to remain neutral. Otherwise, no, it will create its own opinion, and sometimes it may get biased to certain situations. Better to avoid it. Okay. So like this. And moreover, if you are actually going for generic things, no, you just don't put it. Otherwise, no, suppose you are doing a research in a particular area, as I said, a research in English about some pidgin English or something like that, no, that you can, I am doing research on this type of an English or during the, or the English that is spoken in London alone, something like that you can give, so that it will adjust itself to the situation. Okay, that's why this is there. And finally, yeah, you can. There are settings like this. Let me see. Yeah, theme you can change. You can make it darker so that it will come like this, or system light are there. Then these are some of the beta features, data controls, builder profile. These are not meant for us. We will forget it. Now here there is, so when I click on Chat GPT, I am starting a new, this button is actually helping us to create a new GPT, a new chat, and this is the button to have. If at all you wanted to go to ChatGPT 4, you have to click here. Initially, I will start with the, because many of you may not be going to subscribe before ChatGPT all of a sudden. And here are some sample questions how you should ask the GPT that is there. So here is ChatGPT is asking you how can I help you today. So initially, I will ask it, say that I am a professional librarian. I wanted to apply for a post in a college in Goa. Okay. I am having a postgraduate degree in library and information science. So it needs such information. Okay. Then my hobbies are reading and browsing the net. Okay. I am enough, too much. Why should I go for it? This much you give and then click on this button so that the message is gone. Okay. Oh, I didn't ask it to oh, write actually, I wanted to ask it for writing an email requesting me to give a position in a college. Okay, so I forgot it. So all of a sudden it has given. That sounds like great. When applying for a librarian position at a college in Goa, make sure to highlight your relevant qualifications such as. So it understood something clearly. Okay, so without even asking, so why don't you draft a nice application for me? So it gives your name, address, all those things, then recipient's name, hiring manager's position, college name, address, everything. Dear, whatever it is, I am writing to express my interest in the librarian position at college name as advertised. With a postgraduate degree in library and information science and a passion for promoting literacy and information access, I am confident my ability to contribute effectively to your institution. This type of a language is very rare for us to draft it. Okay. So throughout my academic and professional journey, I have cultivated a diverse skill set that aligns perfectly with the requirements of this position. My experience include anyway. Need not you understood what it is. You can my experience includes you can mention about the experiences. Then additionally, my background mention the specific areas of expertise has equipped me with a strong foundation in library science and all. So much of nice things it has written. Thank you for considering my application. I look forward to the opportunity to discuss how my background, skills, and passion can contribute to the vibrant library services at your college. Please find my resume attached for nicely. I never told about resume, all those things. It has narrated based on my requirement because I earlier also I have given and enclosure is resume. So feel free to customize. That's what it says that you can customize it again. So hope you understood it. So I will come out of that. Then what I will do is I will ask you to send a letter to the editor of a journal because I have completed a manuscript on a specific topic. So I will ask draft a letter to the editor of a journal of I will say Indian Journal of Medicinal Plants that I am forwarding a manuscript entitled Medicinal Values of Rosa sinensis. Okay, full stop. I conducted empirical study of this particular plant and its flowers and found that they have medicinal values. Okay, I would like to publish my research report with your with that this journal. Okay, that's it. I'm just talking to this machine only, so I should not talk to the editor now itself. So I'm just asking, draft a nice letter uh, telling about my telling about publishing my article. The similarity extent of my paper is 0 percentage. Okay, let us see. Again, it says Indian Journal of Medicinal Plants, submission of manuscript titled Medicinal Values of Rosa sinensis for publication. Dear editor, I hope this letter finds you well. I am writing to submit my manuscript entitled Medicinal Values of Rosa sinensis. So here you can see I present the findings of an empirical study I conducted on the medicinal properties of Rosa sinensis, especially focusing on its flowers. Through rigorous research and analysis, I discovered compelling evidence supporting the medicinal efficacy of this plant. The study delves into various aspects, including anyway, so much of things it has written. You can see here, I trust that my manuscript aligns with the scope and interest of your journal and would make a valuable contribution to the field. I eagerly anticipate the opportunity to share my research with your readership and would be grateful for your favorable consideration. How nicely it is, and how much time it will take us for drafting such a wonderful letter. So our time is saved. That's what such minor things. No, you can make use of ChatGPT to design it. Okay, so that's you can suppose you give your details. No, it will generate your resume also. All things you have to give. I am a postgraduate in this. I have my degree in this. I have completed all my courses with more than 60 percentage marks in, and I studied in this college. So all such details you give and ask it to. Only thing is you have to type it first, and then if you give it, it will generate a nice resume. Okay, wonderful resume it will generate. Anyway, I'm not wasting my time for that. Then I will go to another thing about some other content. So I wanted to write an essay on India's freedom struggle. Okay, so I've just directly asked. I wanted to write an essay on India's freedom struggle. Uh, please help me. Actually, there is no need of telling please also. Simply you can say, please help me. Okay, I'm just so it is writing about introduction, historical background, early movements, emergence of Gandhiji, points only it is giving, and this is what it is. So this is an it says this is an outline. You can create a comprehensive and well-structured essay on India's freedom struggle like this. So initially, what you can do is you can just take this, briefly introduce the concept of India's freedom struggle. Let us see. When you give this, so that point alone I have given there, you can see how much it is giving. Okay, that you can adopt to this. When come to the next one, what it is, mention the time frame from where it has started. So I will just ask, I do not know anything, I'm just asking it. You can see that late 19th century, early 20th century, non-cooperation movement, everything it gives. Okay, so many things are there. Like this, you can continue. Now, what I need is, I need actually, it has given me a chronological list. Still, I will say, I need a chronological listing of events in the freedom struggle of India. So it will give a chronological. You can see the years and all. No, it is giving. So with the 47, it should stop. Correct. August 47, India got freedom. That's all. What else? Okay. Now I will ask it to give me, make a table of 10 important leaders of the struggle. I am not even saying that. Say, and arrange them in their order of involvement. Okay, I'm not even telling about the struggle. Let us see what it says. See, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, because he is the first person. In late 18th century, Navroji, Gokhale, Tilak, Chandrapa, Bipin Chandrapal, Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose, Bhagat Singh, Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad. See, we know that this is the pattern in which they got involved into our, and it is a table. Remember, it is a table. You can just copy it. It's just a table here. Okay, so that's it. Wonderful. It has given you a wonderful thing. Okay. Now I can ask, so purposely I am deleting it because I am not going to ask a continuous. Here I was continuous. Now I will ask it to correct a sentence. I will just say something. I will correct. I will say, I needs. Purposely I am yeah, using a wrong grammar. I needs to learning English. Okay. I do not knowing how to go about. Okay, go about. Okay, that's it. This sentence, please correct this sentence. I need to learn English. I don't know how to go about it. It has corrected. Same way, if you give a paragraph which you have drafted and put it over there, it will correct properly and give you the correct answer. Okay, that simple it is. Okay. Now I wanted to write a blog. Okay, I am starting a blog in which I wanted to talk about certain things. For example, I will say, yeah, I am starting a blog on Shakespeare. Okay, I'm starting a blog on Shakespeare. Simply, I'm just typing. You do not know. What has happened here is it corrected the spelling. Sorry, English. Okay, I will just say. Uh, so I will just copy it. I have to come out from here. Then only I can start it because it was correcting my English earlier. I am starting a blog on Shakespeare. Can you help me with the content uh, based on my request? Okay. If you are ready, let me know. I'm just asking. Let me know. Of course, I would be happy to help you with the content for your Shakespeare blog. What specific aspects of topics are you interested in covering? Let me know about the preferences. I wanted to know or I wanted to have a listing of all sorry at least 10 of his works. Okay, then I will select one by one. So it has given me 10 lists. Why nice, no? Romeo, Juliet, Hamlet, Macbeth, Othello, King Lear, and all. So okay. So I will say I will start with Hamlet. Help me with the content, blog content. So I'm just talking like to my subordinate or an assistant or a peer person. I'm just saying this. Let us see. So it is again a listing. Then I will complain saying that this doesn't look like blog post. That's what I'm saying. You are right. My apologies for the oversight. So now it is giving me the way I should have put it in a blog. See how nice it is. This is how many of the people are now uploading most of the content into the blog. Okay, so that's it. Hope you understood how I am dealing with the ChatGPT. Okay. Now, something creative. Okay, so what I will do is I will ask it to write a poetry about something. Okay, I can you write a can you write a poem about the state of Goa in India? It is a place of importance in tourism with lots of beaches. Okay, that's it. So minimum information I have. If I gave Goa also, nothing will have. It will give some answers. Yeah. In Goa, sunrise where dreams take flight, where sun-kissed sands meet the ocean's might, a land of beauty, a traveler's delight in Goa's heart, where days are bright. Amidst the palm trees swaying in the breeze, whispers of tales from distant seas, golden shores stretch as simple it is, no? Okay, let me try to translate this. Can I have translation of this? in Marathi. गोवाच्या आलयात स्वतः पाऊस means it is chalya. Paus is rain, I think. Anyway, so it's giving wonderful thing. Like, okay, that's it. It can, this is what it is very creative in that way. It is giving you create, adds to your create. Now I wanted to ask the software to write a nice story. Okay. Can you write a story based on the following plot? So I have to give the plot. There was an old lady staying nearby a forest. Her grandchild, a girl, was staying with her. There were lots of animals and birds were there. Birds lived around them. One day there was a torrential rain and also flood. The some animals were what is that got stuck in the flowing waters. My language is not that good, still flowing waters. So based on this, write the story or complete the story uh, with a moral and the interdependent and indicating the interdependence of animals and humans. Okay, like that. I'm just giving this. Let us see. Uh, Give a nice title also. I am writing this for my grandchild. That means it should be of simple language. The Forest Guardian. In a quaint cottage nestled near the edge of a dense forest, there lived an elderly lady named Grandma May, along with her beloved granddaughter Lily. The forest was a haven for myriad of animals and birds who coexisted harmoniously with the human inhabitants. Every day, Grandma and Lily would venture into the forest, marveling at the beauty of the nature and lively chatter of the creatures that called it home. Lily, with her bright eyes and curious spirit, formed a special bond with the forest inhabitants, learning their ways and earning their trust. One fateful day, dark clouds gathered ominously in the sky, and the distant rumble of thunder foretold an approaching storm. As the rain poured down relentlessly, the gentle streams swelled into giving raging rivers, threatening to engulf everything in their path. Amidst the chaos, Grandma May and Lily rushed to secure their home, but their hearts ached for the creatures of the forest. Many animals and birds, unable to escape the rising waters, found themselves trapped in and helpless. Without hesitation, Lily sprang into action, rallying the forest animals to safety with her anyway. It's lot of things are there. Okay. And finally, it says, moral in the intricate tapestry of life, Humans and animals are bound together by a common destiny. By recognizing our interdependence and showing kindness towards all creatures, we can create a world of where harmony and compassion flourish. So, like this, it can generate wonderful things. Okay, and I can ask it to convert this into Malayalam language. Okay, that's it.